Hi, this is Ursula Renee, and I'm back with a story time part 2 of how deliverance became part of my ministry. I think it's easier if I start more current and work my way back. For me, I got the revelation in the workplace. You know, some people can get it in other places, whether it's in a family situation or relationship situation, in their health or something like that. For me, it was in a workplace situation, go figure. And so I'll tell you, so at the time, I had worked in finance for about 3 years when um, I got another great offer to work at this new company, and I accepted. And I'm going to tell you, it was almost immediate. Now, at this point, I don't know anything. You know, I have no spiritual revelation. I'm just accepting this position like anything else, like all other times previously. I get there and I'm immediately thinking, oh my goodness, I wonder if I can go back to my other company. You ever had that experience? Like you accept a position and you get there and it's not quite what you're thinking, and you, as much as you were interested in leaving the other place, you're almost willing to go back. Um, so when I look back on it, I to be honest, at this new company, I love working in the finance industry, and I really would have loved the company, I did love what I was doing. But I'm going to tell you, whenever someone dislikes something, usually about a company, it's the people that are there. And oftentimes what we're thinking is, excuse me, that in the natural, oh my God, it's just, you have a gossip, think workplace environment. So if you had mess and gossip, or you had, someone who was micromanage, people who want you to work overtime and stay late, want you to do things that are not your duty, things that, they want to keep you late. You're always, getting to your family, not on time, missing events with your family. And so I think certain things you can think like that, that's just natural. Sometimes that's a company, you could just find somewhere else to work, things like that. It wasn't that simple, right? But I was still perceiving it like that because I have no divine revelation at this point. So what I know is I get there, the tone of this company is they brought on this president and CEO who used to own their own finance company for decades, and people loved working for them. I didn't work for them, but people love working for them. I would meet people and they'd always say, I met no one who worked there less than 7 years. I'm sure there were, but I would meet people, oh yeah, I used to work for them. I loved it. I worked there 15 years. Oh, I worked there 20 years. And I did meet someone who said she worked there 7 years. So they loved this president and CEO, but I don't know. I think they stayed in the red. So they were, paying great salaries. And I think someone said, oh, we could work all the overtime that we wanted. I think it was just a great place to work, but they were not in the black. They were not in making money. And so somebody bought them out. But a smaller competitor decided to bring on the son and father team as CEO and president to their company to run it, to grow it. Well, what are they going to do but bring on people they knew from their old company? So in this company that I arrived to work at as a new person, I'm surrounded by people who knew each other at the old company. So even in my department, I don't fully know that yet, right? But when I get there, what's there in terms of the structure of my team, my supervisor worked at the old company, and the two people she hired, I mean, try not to call them her flunkies, but they did all her work for her. Like, she didn't know a lot. And I'm like, she didn't know a lot. That's what I would discover. Like, if you ask her a question, she did not know, but she would defer to the two ladies. Like, I'm doing it like a pyramid. Like, she's here, and the two ladies, her promise to them always were, well, when the team grows, I'm really looking to elevate them and promote them to managers. But that's just when the team gets bigger. So they're willing to do whatever she asked them to do, because that promise of a promotion, that was enough for them at the time. I'll have to tell you how that turned out. But having said that, that was kind of like the structure. So when I get there, the department, the company is growing. They're hiring, oh my goodness, in different departments. But the departments are already, like the seating arrangements are already established. There's no room to put new people. So what they do is, in a really huge conference room, they put all the new hires going to different departments. So I'm here going to a department, someone else is maybe going to legal, two other people could be going to accounting, another set could, we're all in this one room having a great time, meeting new people, and things of that nature. That was great. But then the time came where they decided, okay, to make room, we're in another tower. We're going to take my department and put us in another tower. Before everyone else moves to that tower, I go and get my desk, since they want to clear out the conference room. So I go and I'm in my department by myself. Everyone else is still in the other tower. So, we communicate, IM, emails, phone. And I just remember I was still I'm new and I'm not really getting the proper training. So there's some frustration there because I still don't have any kind of divine revelation. So I'm moving in my flesh through being frustrated. Like, okay, I didn't come here to fail and I don't have the tools that I need. And I don't mind saying so, right? And so I remember someone would tell me later, they were standing in the hallway talking to someone and my supervisor came marching out of the department in the other tower. And they was like, where are you marching off to? And she's like, I am so pissed right now. I'm about to go talk to somebody. And I was like, she actually was coming to talk to me. So whatever I was complaining about, or I was like this is, maybe it was, it wasn't a full blown complaint. It was, I feel like it would be better if, this happened. And I guess she felt like that wasn't for me to say. I was new, right? So they said they saw her marching off, and she said she was going to talk to somebody because she was really pissed. She was coming to me, and she did come to my desk and leaned over my desk with it. So what do you mean? I think it's rude to say, like, I'm like new. I hadn't been there a month. No doubt, I will tell you, I think her aim for me, she was a full-blown witch. I don't mean like in terms of replace it with a beat. She was a full-blown witch. And I believe her attack to get rid of me would have been what she did. But she pivoted to someone else first. And I'll have to tell you what that looked like. So stay tuned for episode 3 because we do not want to go over 8 minutes for this story time. So stay tuned.